This morning, devastation in Southern California as raging wildfires are sweeping through the LA area. Fires in the Pacific Palisades area have destroyed homes, forced thousands to evacuate, and they're still burning out of control in LA. This is a live picture right now of the skyline. You can see the flames and the smoke in the distance. Nearly 3,000 acres have burned, and dangerous winds, they are expected to make things even worse today.
And all the lives being impacted by this. It breaks your heart to see that. Now, the Palisades Fire continues to rage in Southern California. Utah firefighters are standing by to assist when the call comes in. And this morning we do have team coverage for you. Chief Meteorologist Lindsay Storrs tracking the California wind conditions and the weather there. But first, Annika Johns is live in Draper, where one Draper City firefighter says he and many others across the state are gearing up for when the call comes for help. Annika?
All right, so Nick Prokopis says that he's been battling wildfires before all over the western U.S. And after seeing footage of what's taking place in California, he says it's only a matter of time before extra help is needed. Now take a look again at some of the footage we're seeing over in Southern California of the fire and that blaze that is currently burning. As of now, as we mentioned, tens of thousands have been asked to evacuate their homes. And as we can see, it's not surprising as to why. Now, when looking at the devastation in Southern California, Draper City firefighter Nick Prokopis says this is going to be a tough one. A combination of gusty winds and a high populated area make for some rough conditions. But he says he and others across Utah are getting ready to head over when that call comes in.
With the population and how busy it is there, that's a challenge regardless. Even if everybody does evacuate, you got to get all those people out of there. So it is a challenge that they're going to have to face. There's the saying that we have is you risk a lot to save a lot.
Now, Prokopis says at this time it's just a waiting game. They're just waiting for that phone call to come in, and when it does, he says he will be on his way. Live in Draper, Annika Johns, KUTV 2 News.
Annika, thank you. Governor Gavin Newsom declaring a state of emergency in response to those wildfires in the area.
He says the state had already pre-positioned resources ahead of the dangerous wind event.
You may feel at home that you're fine down in Riverside County, San Bernardino County, down in Ventura County, other parts of the state, but there's a reason we pre-positioned hundreds of assets and personnel on Sunday in anticipation of this wind event.
Newsom added that these resources are critical as winds up to 80 miles an hour are expected to fuel the flames today. Firefighters are battling a new blaze in Los Angeles County. It's called the Hurst Fire. Flames were first reported late last night in Sylmar behind the Olive View UCLA Medical Center.
That fire quickly spread as well, burning over 100 acres and prompting evacuations. Westbound lanes of one freeway, they remain closed due to heavy smoke, creating some major traffic backups. Firefighters say the high winds are making it hard to contain the flames. So we're going to turn things over to Lindsay as part of our team coverage. The wind is just incredible there, Lindsay.
The wind is incredible. It is blowing offshore. These are Santa Ana winds. This is a visible satellite from space before the sunset last night, showing you this smoke plume, this huge smoke plume coming right off of the coastline there in Southern California. Now, the reason for the strong Santa Ana winds in Southern California is this same low pressure system, which gave us the strong east winds here across northern Utah. It's still giving us those strong canyon winds down in Washington County. You've got this counterclockwise flow, and so that means winds out of the northeast for those in Southern California. The reason that's a problem, the reason these type of winds are called Santa Ana winds, is because they start in the high deserts here around Las Vegas, and then as they descend in elevation towards sea level at the coastline, they pick up speed in a very similar way to how our east winds pick up speed as they come down the front side of the Wasatch Range. As you're going down in elevation, it's kind of like a ball rolling down a hill. It is going to get faster and faster. So these are the winds that we're looking at this morning, the peak gusts. We're going to see 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts there throughout the morning. Some isolated gusts could get as high as 80 miles per hour. The good news is that as we head into the afternoon and especially the evening, I do expect these winds to come down somewhat. They're still going to be gusty in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, but at least we're not talking about the 60 to 80 mile per hour winds, and then they shouldn't be an issue by the time we get to tomorrow morning. Guys.